All right, this video is going to be the second half of Notes 31. There's a couple of percent problems at the end that I want to get through, and then it will be on to the next one. All right, so let's start with problem number 5 here. Let's read it. So 40% of the class got an A on the test. The class has 30 students. So I'm going to do a quick mark here. This is my total. All right. So then it's asking for two things. How many got A's? And that's going to be the 40% of the class that got an A. How many didn't get an A? Well, that's going to be everybody else. Okay, so remember the little formula that we've got here, and it truly is a little one. We've got percent times total equals our part. Okay, so percent in this case, we've got 40% of the class got an A. Well, remember, 40% is the same thing as 0.4 or 0.40. So 40%, so 0.4, times the class has 30 students, and this is going to equal the part that got an A, okay, because 40% got an A. So let me go grab a calculator. Calculator. Okay, I don't know what was on there before, doesn't matter. So 0.4 times 30 equals... All right, so 12 students. I'm going to assume it's students. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Let me get rid of the calculator now. There we go. Yep. Okay, so 12 students got an A. All right, so that's the first question, right? How many got an A? And I'm also asking how many didn't get an A. Well, if you've got 30 students in your class, and 12 of them got an A, if you just simply take 30 students minus 12, you will get that 18 students, yep, that's spelled right, did not. Okay, so 12 plus 18 makes a total of 30 students in the class, and you either got an A or you didn't. Okay, so let's take a look at number 6, and then that will be the end of this little video. All right, so Jose went to dinner and his bill was $24. So let's see. He gives the waiter a 20% tip. What was his total cost? Okay, so this one is a little bit different, but I'm going to do it one of two ways. So let's see. I think I like this way. Okay, so percent, right? Percent times total equals part. So the first way you could do this is to say, okay, he's going to give the waiter a 20% tip. So let's just figure out what the tip is on its own. So 20% is 0.2. His total bill was $24. And let's figure out the part. That's going to be the tip. Now let's see if I can grab that calculator again without making it go insane. All right, calculator. All right. So 0.2, so 20% of 24 would make a tip of $4.80. Okay, so this is going to equal his tip. Now, that does not mean that's your total bill, all right? If you only put $4.80 on the table, if Jose did that, Jose would get in trouble because you got to pay the bill, all right? So what you could do then is take the total bill of $24 plus the $4.80 that he's going to leave. Let me make sure I'm answering my question correctly. Yep, what was his total cost? So $24 plus $4.80. I didn't really need the calculator for this. That's going to be $28.80. Okay, so that's one way to do it. The other way to do this is going to change the formula a little bit. So instead of doing, well, I'm still going to do percent times total equals part, but it's going to be a kind of a weird situation. Basically, what you want to think about is he has to pay his bill. All right, he has to pay that $24. So that is 100% of what he has to pay. He's got to pay it all. All right, there's no discounts, there's no anything like that. So he's going to pay that 100%. Okay, so 100% plus he is going to give his waiter a 20% tip. So this would be 120%. And then I'm going to redo this whole thing, with the exception that that part at the end isn't just going to be his tip. It's going to be his absolute total bill. So that's going to be the total plus the tip. All right. Now this is going to look a little bit weird because 120%, if I move the decimal, and I'm going to say, right, decimal's right here, I'm going to move it 2 places to the left. So that's actually 1.2. So 1.2 times 24 equals, and I'm going to do, I don't really want to put total because that's going to confuse things. I guess I'm going to put paid. All right. Or total cost. I guess that's probably, let me put cost down instead. I like that a little bit better. That'll kind of fit the problem. All right. So cost. And so if I grab the calculator back, there it is. All right. Whoops. Actually, we'll flip it to the other, maybe. I got it to move once. Nope, doesn't like me now. All right, fine. All right, so 1.2 times $24. Hey, look, that kind of looks familiar because it's the exact same thing, right? So he's still going to do $28.80. It's just a matter of how you find that information. Whether you find the tip first and then add it to the bill, or if you let the percentages kind of figure themselves out. So 100% is what he has to pay for his bill, and then he's going to add on a 20% tip to that. So that's where I created this 120%. So 1.2 is the percent, the decimal that you're looking for there, times your actual cost. So either way you do it, you still get the same answer there. All right. So that's all the information for those percent problems. As always, let me know if you have any questions or concerns, and I'll see you in the next one.